Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Make It Yourself. Today we are going to learn how to make these succulent coasters which transform into a basket of succulent plant. So I have four coasters here which I'm going to wrap around each other in this manner. You can wrap them in any other way that you would like. I feel wrapping them in this manner makes them look like a small succulent plant. So as you can see, once they are into the basket or the pot, they look like a real plant. So and you can use them to decorate your table and use the coasters whenever needed. And I have two patterns for the basket, the link for which I will provide in the description. So this is another basket which has the rim of the basket with a set of leaves itself. So as you can see, this looks like a bigger succulent plant. So you can make whichever basket you prefer and use for your project. In today's project, I'll show you how to make the coasters. So let's get started. I have already made these three coasters and I'm going to make the fourth one, and I will show you how to make these coasters step by step. So I'm going to start by making a magic ring. To make a magic ring, wrap the yarn two times around your two fingers and then make a chain of one. So after making the chain of one, you can take the magic ring out of your fingers, and now we will be making 12 double crochets into the magic ring. The chain of one that we made at the beginning does not count as a stitch, and only the 12 double crochets will count towards the stitches. So here we are making the 12 double crochets into the magic ring. This is a second double crochet, the third double crochet, the fourth double crochet. So continue making these 12 double crochets into the magic ring. So once you are done making the 12 double crochets, we're going to count. So this, as you can see, after chain of one, the first stitch, so first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9, 10, 11 and 12. So we made 12 double crochets. Now I'm going to pull the tail yarn and close the magic ring as tight as possible, and I'm going to slip stitch on top of the first stitch. So this is the first stitch here. So we're going to slip stitch on top of this. So make a slip stitch and we're going to chain one again. So here to chain one doesn't count as a stitch, and into the same stitch we are going to start off by making one double crochet, and then I'm going to chain two, and into the very next stitch I'm going to make a double crochet again, followed by a chain two, and make another double crochet into the next stitch. So the pattern for round number 2 is to make one double crochet followed by a chain of 2, then again make another double crochet. So repeat this pattern of one double crochet followed by chain of 2 a total of 12 times till you reach the end of this round. So here we are almost at the end of the round. So we're going to complete the remaining stitches. So make a double crochet and make chain 2, make another double crochet. This is the last stitch of this round. So after this double crochet we will be ending with a chain of 2, and after which we will be slip stitching to the top of the first stitch. Now we're going to start the next round with a chain of 1. So this chain of 1 doesn't count as a stitch, and we're going to make 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and into the chain 2 gap we are going to make 2 double crochets. So this is the first double crochet in the chain 2 gap. This is the second double crochet. Now we'll be making the next double crochet on top of the double crochet that we have of the previous round, and the next 2 double crochets we will be making over the chain 2 gap, followed by a double crochet on top of the double crochet of the previous round. So the pattern for this round is to make a double crochet on top of the double crochet that we have of the previous round, followed by 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space. So repeat this pattern a total of 12 times, and you should have a total of 36 double crochets by the end of this round. So here we are almost at the end of this round, and we are making the 2 double crochets in the chain 2 space, and now we are going to slip stitch to the top of the first stitch. And this is the last round using this color yarn. So we're going to chain 1, pull the yarn tight to make a knot, and then trim it off. Let's now stitch in the tail yarns. So if you would like to use a needle to stitch in the tail yarn, you should leave a long tail yarn so that it is easy to use a needle. Here I am using a smaller crochet hook and pulling the tail yarn through few of the existing stitches until I feel that the yarn is secure enough, and then I trim it off. Similarly for this tail yarn also, I'll be pulling it through few of the existing stitches, and once I feel that the yarn is secure enough, I will be trimming off the excess. So here this center part using this color yarn is done. We're going to change the yarn to green now, and we will be making a slip knot first. So take the green yarn and make a slip knot. Reduce the size of the loop here by pulling both the ends, and now you can connect this loop through any of the stitches of the last round. So it doesn't matter which stitch you're pulling this loop through. So just insert your hook through any of the stitches and pull the loop through it. You can reduce the size of the loop further by pulling on both ends, and now we are going to chain 1. So chain 1, and now make 1 double crochet into the same stitch, because that chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch, and into the next stitch again make another double crochet. So while making these stitches, make sure that you are holding the tail yarn under the stitches. Like, so we're making the stitches, just hold the green yarn behind it so that you're making the stitches over it and the tail yarn gets hidden in the process. So make 4 double crochets into the next 4 stitches, after which we are going to make a chain of 2. So make a chain of 2 now, and then again into the very next stitch make another double crochet, make the second double crochet, the third double crochet, and the fourth double crochet, and as you can see the tail yarn also got hidden while we are making the stitches. So now make a chain of 2 and then again make 4 more double crochets. So the pattern for this round number 4 is to make 4 double crochets in 4 stitches followed by a chain of 2, and you will repeat this 4 double crochet and chain of 2 a total of 9 sets. So continue making this till the end of this round. So here we are at the end of this round and we have 4 more stitches left. So we are going to chain 2 and then make 4 double crochets in the next 4 stitches. So the first double crochet, the second double crochet, the third double crochet, and this is the last or the fourth double crochet. So we need to make a chain of 2 after this also. So make a chain of 2 and then slip stitch to the top of the first stitch. So this is the first stitch. Gonna make a slip stitch here, but we would like to make our stitches starting from the chain 2 space. So we are going to make a slip stitch under the previous chain 2 space. So make a slip stitch backwards like I've shown here, and then you're going to make a chain of 4. So make a chain of 4 and then we are going to make 4 treble crochet together. So yarn over 2 times and pull through the stitch and pull through 2 loops 2 times, and do not pull through the last set of loops, and then make the next treble crochet. So pull under the stitch, pull through the first set of loops, the second set of loops, and don't pull through the last set. Now again make the third treble crochet, pull under the stitch, pull through the first set of loops, the second set of loops, don't pull through the last set, and then make the fourth treble crochet, pull through the first set of loops and the second set of loops. And when you have 5 stitches left in your hook, you're going to pull through all of them. Now make a slip stitch, and now you're going to chain 1 and make a chain 1 picot. So to make a chain 1 picot, after chaining 1, insert your hook into the base 2 loops. So this is the first loop here, this is the second loop, and make a slip stitch through it. And after this we are going to make a chain of 4 again, and then we are going to slip stitch to the next chain 2 space. So after making one slip stitch, make another slip stitch in the same chain 2 space, and as you can see here, this first leaf of the succulent is ready. So for the second leaf again we'll be repeating this pattern. We'll be making a chain of 4 and then making 4 treble crochets together. So this is the first treble crochet, so we'll pull through 2 set of loops and not the last set. Similarly for the second treble crochet also pull through 2 set of loops, and then again for the third treble crochet pull through 2 set of loops, and again finally the fourth treble crochet pull through 2 set of loops, such that in the hook you have 5 loops. Now pull through all the 5 loops and then make a slip stitch. Now make a chain 1 picot. To make a chain 1 picot, first you should chain 1 and insert your hook into the base 2 loops, the first loop and the second loop, and make a slip stitch through it. And this is a chain 1 picot. Now make a chain 4 again and then slip stitch to the chain 2 space. Make another slip stitch in the same space and start off with the third leaf of the coaster. So we'll be repeating the same pattern again. So we made a slip stitch, we're going to make a chain of 4 and then we're going to make 4 treble crochets together. So this is what it means in the captions. As you can see, 4 TR tog, which means 4 treble crochets together. And after we are done with the 4 treble crochets together, we are going to make a chain 1 picot. So pull through all the loops, make a slip stitch and make a chain 1 picot, and then chain 4 again and make a slip stitch. So we'll be repeating the same pattern a total of 9 times, such that you have a total of 9 leaves in the coaster. So repeat it, and this is the last leaf of the coaster. So we are going to repeat the same pattern of making a slip stitch and then chaining 4 and making 4 treble crochets together, and I'm just showing you how to finish off with the last leaf. And this is the 4th treble crochet, and pull through all the loops, make a slip stitch, chain 1 and make a slip stitch through the base 2 loops. Now make a chain of 4 and slip stitch to the chain 2 space. So here we are about to finish the coaster, so make another slip stitch, and now we'll be making a slip stitch to the base of the first stitch. So the first stitch was a chain of 4, so into the first chain make a slip stitch, then make chain 1 and pull the yarn tight to make a knot, and then trim off. So here we are done with the coaster. We will just need to stitch off the green tail yarn. So if you want to use a needle, you can leave a long tail yarn and use a needle to stitch it into the existing stitches. Here I am using a smaller crochet hook and pulling them through few of the existing stitches. Make sure that when you're pulling them through the existing stitches, you use only the green stitches, so that the yarn is hidden into the same color of stitches. So here we are done with the coaster, and as you can see our 4th coaster is done. And once the 4th coaster is done, I'll show you how to wrap them around. So the first one, you can fold it and roll it around, so this forms the centerpiece. The remaining of them you can just fold into half and wrap them around the centerpiece. So just keep folding them and wrapping them around each other, and once you have folded them all, you can place it into the basket. And as you can see, this looks exactly like a succulent plant. So the link to the basket will be available in the description, and also the yarn used and the hook size, everything will be available in the description, so do refer to the description as well. Do subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for notifications, and also give me a thumbs up guys if you found this video useful. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day guys.